Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode.
Hello.
Well, it's been a minute. Amanda, you want to talk about why we haven't been doing videos as regularly?
Because I feel like I don't have anything interesting to say, and Jesse thinks that that's not true.
Well, talk to us about that. What do you think is uninteresting about what you could or could not share?
Well, I am in very consistent cycles of I have chemotherapy 5 days a month, and then I feel like garbage the next couple days, and then I do feel like cognitively after that I do take a hit, and then the next 2 weeks I feel completely normal. So it's just like a cycle that I see play out with myself, and then I just feel like it's kind of uninteresting. Is that even a word?
Yeah, uninteresting definitely is a word. So what do you think this needs to be then?
I don't know if it needs to be anything, but just sometimes I'm like, oh no, like, what am I gonna say?
But isn't that the point of this all? Is it's each individual person, your journey, everybody's journey. It's unique. It's enough.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's what, and all of you can fill us in. Maybe I'm completely off base here, and you can comment below. But I think that part of the reason people follow this series is one, because they're obviously rooting for you, but two, because this is real life. I mean, we're sitting here filming this with crap everywhere because we're doing a major cleaning in, and then Amanda lost her license, so the couch is torn up. and neither one of us have showered today. We're also packing to go to San Francisco tomorrow for Amanda's next MRI, and there's not really any fancy edits or cuts or background effects or any of those types of things, although I do try to throw a few funny ones in here or there.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything overtly exciting like jet setting around the world or anything. We're just living life.
Yeah.
And this is a very real part of life, and I think that's what people appreciate it, because while it's your journey, I think a lot of those watching and rooting for you can relate in so many ways, because this is relatable. This is how most of us do day in and day out life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
Yeah. Like, I agree with that.
And maybe I think there's something too in this age of viral videos where it feels like everything needs to have a soundtrack, everything needs to have jump cuts, everything needs to have some sort of colors and filters and Photoshop and everything else. And I mean, some of us think we can't even post photos, it seems like, anymore without being filtered 3 times over and taking away all of our blemishes and wrinkles and stuff, because it's like if you just saw us as we are, it somehow makes us less worthy or less enough.
And I'm like, no makeup, no, like, nothing, bald, and I feel just fine.
But that's the point. And I think that's really, I think it's empowering to hear that, but I think it's probably empowering for people to watch that too, because I think
you're enough as you are.
And
period.
I think a lot of people would love to liberate themselves from that social expectation, that social kind of angst they might have of feeling like they have to filter themselves. They have to get made up. They have to, shower. They have to do anything before they even jump on here. Or if they don't jump on here, they get on here and they see videos and pictures of people who have done that, and then they kind of reinforce that, versus just, I think people can relate to you in that sense, is that you're on this healing journey, but you're also not just healing from glioblastoma, you're healing from, maybe the weight of the world you put on yourself, you're healing from just some of your own angst and stresses you used to affix to yourself, and kind of allowing yourself to be free from that now.
Yeah.
So I guess before we shift to the next point of topic, can we make an agreement that we will be consistent with these going forward?
Yes.
Don't look at me, look at them.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
Okay. Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Okay. Unless it's a holiday or something like that, which we will notify in advance.
You're going to notify people about the holiday?
No, there's not going to be something there. Okay.
This is why I can't be on camera ever. Like,
No, and Amanda, you know what? She tried the bullshit she tried to tell me last week when she first of all, she threw a fit. I don't want to film it. I don't have anything to say.
oh no, it wasn't like
Oh,
that.
you're right. It was much more dramatic
No,
than that.
it was not.
And then she told me.
I had nothing to say.
She said, I have nothing to say. I'm not good on camera.
I'm not.
I forget myself half the time.
Yes, these are all true.
But it's relatable.
Okay.
It's real life, and that's what is great about it.
Okay.
Okay, what was the other thing you want to talk about?
Oh, my topic was going to be the ongoing conversation about success leaves clues.
Okay, tell me about that, or tell everybody about that.
Everybody about that. So I was extremely fortunate last week. I've made like a promise to myself that I am going to try to reach out to at least one person who has glioblastoma once a week. Hopefully, it's really hard for me to text, or like email. So getting somebody on the phone is just a lot easier for me. And last week, I actually talked to somebody at UCSF, same surgeon I had, and what he's been doing as far as treatment or other therapies. I actually helped him out with something that he was needing to get help with. And so I was really excited that I was able to help someone 2 years in, same surgeon, at UCSF. And then I talked to somebody locally here who she is more than 6 years in. She only did 28 days of chemotherapy, which I mean, I don't even know how much chemotherapy. Like, I did 42 and she only got to whatever number I just said. And she's doing super well, and we're gonna definitely meet up soon. And then there was somebody who, one of my favorite workouts has been bar 3. I knew Santa Barbara very well, and I talked to a bar 3 instructor. She doesn't have exactly what I have, but I mean, it's pretty close. And she's a huge light, and she was so forthcoming about how she feels and the days in and days out about like how she feels. And it's really awesome to have just such a network of people who are kind of like in the same arena essentially, and no one is like keeping secrets. Everyone's like, here's what I did, this is what helped me. Like, it's just such a beautiful reminder of like humanity for me. Is like, not one person that I've reached out to that I was like, hey, like, would you ever be open to a conversation? Every single one has said yes. Yeah. Every single. And they would, I mean, we're on the phone for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and it's pretty incredible. I don't know. And then I recently, as of yesterday, I found another guy who has glioblastoma, and there's a guy who, he's 10 years in with glioblastoma. He's the one I've probably talked about. He climbed Kilimanjaro, but his tagline is always, I may have cancer, but cancer never has me. And I've always loved that. And then I watched someone's video yesterday, and it was, because glioblastoma is extremely rare, and it says, if I'm rare enough to get this, I'm rare enough to beat this. And I'm like, these are my people. These are my, oh my gosh, the glioblastoma world is as hard as it can be sometimes, and as tricky as it can be sometimes. Man, there are some good people out there.
There is. There's good people
everywhere. But that's like just my group right now.
But I think that's really important, man. There's good people everywhere. There's communities that you can find with whatever you're going through in life. And just to reiterate my point earlier, notice how it felt for you to help people, and notice how you found these people through different media channels. You are, by your contribution here, leaving your own breadcrumbs for others to follow and connect with you. so that you can help them too.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, I think we've said this from the beginning, as soon as you start sharing out in the public sphere like this, the way we are, I think the journey becomes bigger than just any one person.
Yeah.
And while we're very focused on your healing, we're also focused on hopefully helping others and sharing what we learn and experience along the way, so that others can use this and learn from you, learn from us. Speaking of that, as we wrap up, how's it going organizing the support group? How many times have I asked you about this?
100 times.
Okay, well, we'll wrap it up like that. Amanda's next MRI is Friday, November 15th. Friday, November 15th. She's getting it in the morning. We'll get the results right after. We are holding space and expecting another clean scan. But if you are sending love and prayers and all that and good energy, please make sure to put a little extra on November 15th. We will do like we did last time. We'll post an update on her GoFundMe page first on Friday afternoon, Friday evening. And then we will post a update to Facebook, Instagram, all the other social media channels the following morning on, I just said social media, so on social media. But we wouldn't be here without all of you. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so grateful for each of you. Thank you for being a part of the journey. And make sure you remind this one that you appreciate what she has to share to help hold her accountable to doing these twice a week. All right, babe, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.